All right, hey guys, what's going on? Good evening. Oh, hope everyone stays going fairly well. I'm doing pretty good here so far. I had to take care of some stuff around the house and got to fiddling around with the Embraer, and it's like, you know what? I hadn't done a Embraer stream in quite some time, so I figured I'll give her a try. Let's see, current bit rate is higher than the bit rate of 29. Alright, so I don't know if I can make that change. Let's see, maybe I can make that change. Did I just make that change on the fly? Well, I just made a change, guys, and I hope I didn't blow up stream. If I did, I'm totally sorry. Myself. Get myself situated. Since YouTube's yelling at me about bit rates and all this fun stuff. I don't know. Sometimes just when you get everything lined out, start having problems. And let me double check suggestion. Right, well, I mean, it says you're good, so we're just gonna go on that and say that the stream's good. All right, perfect. So where are we? All right, so yeah, we're in the Embraer 175 from Feelthere. This aircraft I am not totally comfortable with just yet. Still getting used to its quirks. It is a quirky, fun airplane, but quirky. Quirky as in the systems are different, and we just have to learn them. So, what better way than to take her out flying? So, we're about set up. Actually, I'm just going to get some charts up real quick and get myself prepared. And we'll get all set. I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole of PSX and all that fun stuff. So just bear with me, and you guys, which I've done an overview of this aircraft before, so I'll let you guys kind of take a gander at the externals for a moment while I pull up charts for FW, which those of you who are still on the fence about charts and all that fun stuff, or haven't dabbled in that just yet, it does help quite a bit for situational awareness, especially when you start playing around in VATSIM. It's just, I don't know, it makes a world of difference as far as getting an idea of what's going on, and then they're gonna, once you talk to tower, they're gonna give you instruction. You want to be semi prepared. So charts up, and we'll go ahead and tune in to tower real quick, which is, yet still I kind of want to look down here and make sure and look for my comm radios, but keep forgetting that they're actually in the FMC here. So we'll go to radio, and what is it? First, let's get some weather. So let's get dial in a frequency of 123.775, and toss you right there.
For the arrival departure information for KATL-KMEM. West 350 at 22.35. Visibility 10. Sky clear for 12,000. Temperature 26. 2.2. Altimeter 3004. Simultaneous visual approach to runway 35 center. 35 right. Simultaneous power traffic departing runway 35 left. North of Tuerman. DFW left hatch is closed. Left side of the airport is not visible from the tower. Runway 36 left closed. Runway 36 right closed. All aircraft landing runway 35 center. Expect to exit at M1 high speed. Hazardous weather for DFW available on flight service station. Bird activity vicinity airport. Aircraft parked on taxiway path X in use. Operate transponders with altitude reporting mode enabled on
Oh my goodness.
surfaces. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
Alright, hotel. I just want to listen to that one more time.
International Airport arrival departure information hotel 19530. Left 350 at 22.35.
Holy cow. Winds gusting 35 knots. Holy smokes.
2.2. Altimeter 300.
So, needless to say, it's going to be pretty interesting getting out. Hold on, guys. It's a lot. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Whew. Audio's a bit loud on the VATSIM. Alright. Let's see. So we got information hotel, which that might change because we're almost at the top of the hour. So we'll go ahead and get ready to pick up a clearance here. Let's go ahead and turn on the APU. On the old APU, and we'll get ourselves situated to get out of here. That's where we at. There we go. Gotta get some secondary displays up real quick, and we should be ready to go. Bear with me. Right. We're all set to go here. Okay.
That was 28, region was offline, no further ATC, please change for you, we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Bill, for the...
Ooh. Alright, so audio's back. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn on that nav light. Let's see, go ahead and arm our emergency light. No smoking signs on. Seatbelt signs on. Serve cockpit light is on. Alright, so we got pneumatic pressure there. Let's double check our map real quick. And I'll get all of our waypoint idents set up. Vertical, speed profile. Let's close that. Only thing I will say on this one's like my frames are horrid on the Embraer, so bear with me, guys. Alright, we should be ready to go to pick up clearance. Let's see here. I do want to go back and double check initialization page, make sure everything is in there. Departure, takeoff, winds 341 at 24. 341 at 24. There we go. And V speeds is another one I'm concerned about, which is another outside application that you have to run to calculate all this, which is not so much of a bright, but would be kind of nice if we had capability of automatically getting that for us. That's all right. Let's see, select runway. And what's our takeoff weight? Gross weight 60,000. Let's see. CG 4 degrees up. All right, so now that we got all that, a lot going on. That's all right. And let's see. $133 and 174. Right. All right, cool. So that is all set. Now we want our speed to be controlled using the FMS. And yep, should be all set. So see if we can pick up the clearance. Maybe we'll get PDC, our pre-departure clearance, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. Alright, pull up my craft page and give these guys a call. What are we? Envoy 41, 40. Envoy 41, 46. Alright, cool. See, what stand are we at? Alright.
Fort Worth Tower, Metro 247, with you, fully established ILS 35.
Wait for these guys to finish up.
Metro 247, decided tower, good afternoon, wind 340 at 22, descending 35, runway 35, center, clear to land.
35 center, clear to land, Metro 247.
All right. Tower, good evening. Envoy 4146 at stand Alpha 29er. Request clearance to Huntsville with information hotel. Oh.
Envoy 4146, Dave Zip Tower, good afternoon. Not showing up flight plan on file.
Stand by 4146. Alright, so for some reason our flight plan did not go through. Let's see. No worries. Let's see. Alright, so none of that transposed, but that should be fine. Here's what we'll do. We will go ahead and see. Edit this dude. And generate another OFP. Alright, so pre-file this guy. 175. And joys of IFR flight planning. Let's see. Get this filed again, which I just filed it, so not 100% sure why it didn't go through, but that's alright. That is alright. Alright, let's file that. Now that we've already made our call, he may be looking for it. So we'll give it a few moments to transverse the interwebs, and we'll give him another ring.
And there we are. Envoy 4146. You're clear to the Huntsville Airport via the 42 departure, then a file. Climb via assist, departure is offline, squawking 0512.
The Roger for 4146, clear via the 42 departure. Departure is offline, and what was that? Correct one time?
The squawk code was 0512.
0512 for 4146.
Envoy 4146, read correct. Runway 35 left for departure, call for taxi.
4146. Alright, let's see here. Zero 512. Alright. See, we'll squawk that. I think it sounded like he said something else, but why I wanted to be sure, because he totally caught me off guard on that one. I figured he'd be, I figured he'd be looking for it, so I was like, well, I'll give him a minute and see if we can pick it up, but that's alright. 0512, hopefully. Alright, cool. Alright, let's see, and it said we advise when ready to taxi. So, guys, I think we are about set. So, flight plan's been programmed. We're good to go there. We are departing via the fork to departure. So that's good to go. And yeah, I think we're all set. So APU's already on, lights are on. We're going to assume the flight crew in the back are all set. So we'll go ahead and get ready to push. Normally, in situations like this, with the airlines, you also get a request clearance for a pushback, but apparently we won't have to do that. So we'll go ahead and activate our GSX. Hopefully this works out. Alright.
Forward Tower Metro 247, clear of 35 Centre, requesting taxi to Echo Gates.
Metro 247, you can taxi to the gates via Lima Cross 35 left.
Affirmative, taxi to the gates, crossing Lima and 35, via Lima, crossing 35 left, Metro 247.
Alright, so beacon, yeah, everything's on there. Yeah, that's one one issue I have with this aircraft is the frame rates are atrocious. Alright, release parking brakes. So parking brakes release, clear to push. But the qualms I have with this airplane totally makes up for it with the ease of use. Literally, that's all we do. Alright, got into coming up there. Sounds are pretty convincing. I love the traffic that that VATSIM adds. I mean, to me, it beats the heck out of Ultimate Traffic Live or something like that. Let's go ahead and press the toga button. There we go. Alright, set brakes. Brakes are set. And oh yeah, what we're going to do, we're going to attempt a single engine taxi and see how that works for us. Let's leave the APU on for right now, and we'll do a single engine taxi, possibly. Or you know what? Let's go green and turn the fuel off. I mean, turn the APU off. All right, flaps 2. Trim is set. I think it's 4.5 degrees up, if I'm not mistaken. Wait for Alright, looks like we're all set there. So let me get my map up. And let's see, I believe Information Hotel is still current. Alright. Tower on board 4146, ready to go with Information Hotel.
4146, thanks for hotel, runway 35 left, taxi via Kilo.
Taxi via Kilo, 35 left, 4146. Alright, so fairly simple. Fairly simple little taxi clearance. I know some airports it's, taxi via Kilo, Gulf, Quebec, Victor, uniform, and you're just like, oh my gosh. That's when having like Safe Taxi, Garmin Safe Taxi, works wonders. Now, are you gonna? You know what? Let's go ahead and fire up. Let's go ahead and fire up one. I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I think I may have given her too much credit. So we'll go ahead. Because I don't think she's going to want to. Which I still think is kind of odd because I don't think I opened the crossbleed valves. Yeah, don't think I opened him.
Fort Worth Tower, Delta 9888, radio check.
How that pass?
Let's see. Make sure we're clear on the left, clear on the right. And he said taxi via Kilo. Which, if I am not mistaken, is right up here. Alright, clear on the left, clear on the right, and we'll go ahead and turn right. Oops. So yeah, we're on 2 engines now, and
Alright, Fort Worth Tower, Delta 9888. We're going to pick up our IFR to Oklahoma City.
Delta 9888, the Fort Worth Tower. They're clear to the Will Rogers Airport via the Blanco 8 departure, Selma transition, then bound. Climb via the SID, departure is offline 0513 for the squawk.
Alright, clear to Oklahoma City by the Blanco 8 departure, then the Zelma transition, then as filed, and we'll climb via the SID, no departure frequency, and squawk 0513.
Delta 9888, they'll be back right 35 left for departure, call for taxi.
Alright, 35 left for departure, and we'll call you for taxi, thank you.
alright. I think we should be all set. So one thing to keep in mind is managing our speed once we take off. And I say that because this guy does tend to be a bit of a rocket on departure, so we'll definitely have to do what we can to manage that. All right, welcome guys. Those are your just coming in.
Dallas Tower, Metro 247 at Echo 5. Yeah, we're signing off for the night. Thank you very much for the ATC. We'll see you again.
Okay.
See here. And I've literally been riding my brakes this whole time. Which is not something you want to do, but I mean, like I said, this thing wants to go, and I've heard that in real life as well, but for some reason I think this is more on the ground handling side. It just does not want to behave well on single engine ops, which I mean that's fine. I mean, gas is free, right? So all right, and that's set. Alpha mass is set. Severe clear day.
4146, wind 340 at 18, gusting 32. RNAV Michelle, runway 35 left, clear for takeoff.
RNF Michelle, clear takeoff 35 left. 4146. Alright, so it looks like he changed our departure up, so let's go ahead and see if we can make some amendments real quick. Departure, let's see, 3-5 left. Let's see here. Alright, let's see. Let's double check that. Oh. Activate. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and scoot. Landing lights are on. Alright, clear right. Bombs clear, runways clear, clearance received, and all throttle is armed. All throws armed, should be good to go. Alright. Alright, hurry up and get out of here. And it is about to be windy, so it's gonna be very interesting. Alright. Straighten up. Alright, take off.
Speed alive. Thrust checked.
Oh. I'm on the throttles.
80 knots.
Oh.
V1. Rotate.
Alright. Come on.
Positive rate.
You're up.
Gear up.
Lost thrust on one there temporarily. Alright, let's go ahead and get that pitch up. Get that pitch up.
Envoy 4146. That's squawk mode C and regional soft line, no further ATC. Frequency change approved. We'll see you next time, sir.
Frequency change approved. 4146. Have a good day, sir. Alright, let's see if we can get this guy. Go ahead and we'll engage the autopilot. Hopefully she cooperates with me. Put her on the VNav. This thing wants to jump all over the place. All right. Alright, let's go ahead and get the airplane cleaned up. I hate you can't see the buttons up close there. Alright, what are you gonna do? Alright, my throttles. We're about to blow right past our...
Throttle. Throttle.
Let's see.
Throttle. Throttle.
There we go. My goodness. Holy smokes, this thing. Alright, let's see. Pump should be on. Alright, we'll get that going. Alright. So, frequency change has been approved, but I don't think there's departures offline, so that may pose an issue. Alright, now that I'm a little more content with this thing, we'll go ahead and see what there. She'll climb and stay under 250. Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Telephone tower, Lufthansa Cargo 8224 with you, established on the ILS 35 center.
Alright, so...
I'm sorry, what's the call sign?
Lufthansa Cargo 8224.
Lufthansa Cargo 8284.
Let's see here.
340 at 18, custom 32, runway 35 center, clear to land.
Clear to land, 35 center, Lufthansa Cargo 8224.
OC should be on. Hopefully. Okay, so let's, guess we're on Unicom from here on out. Yeah, looks like we're on Unicom. So we'll go to 122.8. And let's put this guy back on manage mode. So this is one of the little nuances, and it's something that I'm continuously working on. So not sure if you can notice on this knob there's a little switch, and you got two detents. Alright, looks like she's climbing. Alright, so we got two detents, right? FMS, which if set here, the aircraft will follow the commanded speed that's given to it by the flight management system. If it's placed into manual, then that's a mode in which the speed is managed by the pilot. So, for example, we can throw it into whatever and make changes as necessary. It's just a little weird. Like sitting back here, it's a little difficult to read this out. I'm not sure if you guys are experiencing the same thing as well, but so you can try to move it up a little bit, see if that helps out. But yeah, it can be a little difficult. Alright, so let's check our routing here. Alright, Marsh, and then let's see. And from here, let's see, we got a discontinuity here. So let's, I don't know, let's clear that. Activate. Alright, still not. Let's see, will that work? 5x5. Alright, that may work out for us there. Alright, so we are at coming out of 180. Not sure if you guys see the, and this is is chasing
Transition altitude.
see if this helps it. Alright, so transition altitude, we'll push for, there we go. Yeah, bear with me on this airplane, guys. This, I used to fly this thing religiously during the version 2 iteration of this aircraft years ago, and as the as simulators, you know, moved on and the software didn't, and you know, a lot of people kind of, a lot of individuals, including myself, kind of given up on it, and then they released a version 3. So it's not perfect, but I mean, systems wise, I mean, it can't really be beaten. So in terms of a true Embraer simulation. Alright, let's see here. I was hoping we'll get a little more action, but let's see. Let's go ahead. But the sounds are very, very good. I'm not 100% sure what sounds are up front. I'm pretty sure videos will tell us that. But in terms of like the engine, that kind of high-pitched whine coming from those engines, I fly the Embraer a lot as a passenger, and it's pretty dang close. Pretty dang close. In fact, I do oh, there is Fort Worth Center on 135. Heck yeah, let's get tuned. Let's get tuned in real quick. Uh, 135.175. And let me double check and ensure that yep, they are on. Perfect.
2257.
2257 didn't want to stop. 6.4.
Delta 7948 Fort Worth Center, good afternoon. Squawk 2337.
Squawk 2337, 7158.
Yeah, it says 71 radar contact position as reported problem 343, verify 2992 on the altimeter.
Yep, we got 2992 on the altimeter, we're flight level 336,
Whoa.
descending bridge 3.
Alright, United 771, send me the bridge 3 arrival, and the DFW altimeter 3002.
3002, send me bridge 3, United 771.
Target 644 radar contact, 20 South Cedar Creek 360 walk.
Forward hello, American 1, we're 30.5 descending via the bridge 3 arrival. How you doing, Ethan?
Hey, what's up, man? American 1, forward center squawk 2306.
2306, American 1.
For what, good evening, American 871 is on the Jovan 4, just approaching missile.
Let's see.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to send you a couple of contact me to yours. American 871, forward center, howdy, squawk 2244.
2244, not a problem, American 871.
Good afternoon, Fort Worth Center, Delta 2018 with your flight level 390.
Delta 2018, Fort Worth Center, howdy, squawk.
See
Delta 2018, squawk 2366.
if we can.
Now sparking Q337.
Yes, sir, I got you. Let me get everyone else first.
Fort Center, good evening, American 1066. We're descending to 11,000 following the Jovan 4 arrival into Dallas West.
American 1067, Fort Worth Center. Good afternoon, squawk 2331.
Squawk 2331, American 1067. We'd like to request the ILS 35 center, please.
Yeah, I'll get back to you here in a second.
Awesome.
American 1 radar contact, let's go 20 north, or 15, or actually, yeah. about
Oh, man, it's
35
awesome.
northeast, bridge. Altitude indicates level 282, descend via the bridge 3 arrival.
Let's see.
Descend via the bridge 3 for American 1, thanks.
7948, Fort Center radar contact. American 1067 radar contact, about 30
Alright.
northwest of the WVOR, flight level 263. Descend and maintain flight level 240.
Okay, descend and maintain flight level 240, American 1067.
Fort Center, American 2269.
Holy cow.
We'll call it 30 northeast of the field. Leaving 14, descending via the bridge. We have the weather at Fort Worth.
American 1067, descend via the Jovan 4 arrival, DFW altimeter 3002. American 1067, descend via the Jovan 4 arrival, DFW altimeter 3002.
Okay, descend via the Jovan 4 arrival, altimeter 3002, and just got a small hydraulic system failure at the moment. If we could have a 15-mile final, that'd be appreciated.
You can fly on extended final, sir.
That'd be great, thank you, 1067.
Okay.
American 871, verify squawk 2244.
Sorry, 2244, American 871.
And who was the other one that checked in out of 13.4?
It's American 2269, about 20 northeast.
Holy cow.
Of you. We're descending via the bridge. We have India.
American 22694 is radar contact. Altitude indicates 13,200. Squawk 2353. DFW altimeter 3002.
2353, copy the altimeter, and we have India at DFW.
Delta 2018 Fort Worth Center radar contact 60 northeast to Abilene 390. Welcome. American 644 descend upon discretion. Maintain flight level 240.
240 discretion, American 644.
And good to be here, 22.
American 871 descend and maintain 4,000.
All right.
Center visual.
Give this guys a minute.
Full top 3% for the visual aid, American 871.
American 2269, descend and maintain 8,000. And you can fly on the 35 center visual approach as well.
There's approach 35 center down 8,000, American 2269.
Fort Worth Center, good afternoon. I'm Boy 4146 with you out of 310-4360.
Boy 4146, Fort Worth Center, good afternoon. Squawk 2271.
2271, 4146.
Feelthere American 2178 with you, flight level 350.
American 2178, Fort Worth Center, welcome. American 1, plan on 35 center, visual approach.
I'm not paying attention to these, and I'm sorry, man. We'll plan 35 center for the visual.
I'm sorry, what's that?
I said I'm not paying attention. Too much stuff going on Discord. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to miss the first call.
That's all good.
Alright.
American 771, turn 20 degrees right, just a short vector for in-trail spacing, and you can expect direct bridge here shortly. Descend and maintain Uh,
I'm sorry, blocked at the end. Right 20 degrees, and United 771, can you say the altitude?
Yeah, you stopped on me. Just to maintain 17,000, United 771.
17,000, United 771.
Alright.
871, just to maintain 3,000.
3,000. How quickly do you want us to go down, American 871?
It's up to you, but the quicker you get down, the quicker you get it.
Down we go, 871.
Alright, see if we can get the...
Forward center, Southwest 429 with you, about 10 miles south of Ardmore VOR.
Alright, let's see.
So, 429, forward center, howdy, radar contact, positions reported level 360, squawk 2344.
2344, Southwest 429.
American 1067, following the extended ILS 35 center, and you don't need any special handling instructions, do you?
No, it's just a slightly longer flight, so just because our flaps and flaps slow to extend, that's all. American 1067.
Very good, sir, thanks. American 644, radar contact loss.
American 871 is visual with the field, if that helps.
Alright.
Return here shortly.
Alright, TCAS.
Fort Worth Center, Delta 9888, currently at 4,400, hitting close at about 5 nautical miles.
Delta 9888, Fort Worth Center, radar contact.
Fort Worth Center, American 644, back with you, descending to 240.
American 771, descend and maintain 11,000.
11,000, United 771.
And United 771, fly on the ILS 3, or correction, visual 35 center.
Visual 35 center, United 771.
Alright, see if we can get 360 real quick.
Man, you all showed up at the same time.
Like we planned it.
Right?
We're all going to leave at the same time, too, so you're still going to be busy.
American 871, turn left heading at 070.
Left 070, American 871.
36,000 feet.
Delta 2018, clear direct to refine.
Unfortunately, I think we're going to lose Fort Worth Center here shortly.
Is that weekend for 2018?
Delta 2018, yes sir, clear direct to refine.
Okay, refine 2018.
Fort Worth Center, American 5, 2,900.
American 5, Fort Worth Center, what's going on, sir? Radar contact.
Alright. You can tell, even in the real world, you can tell what controllers just get on. Their demeanor is definitely much nicer when they're fresh, so.
So 483, Fort Worth Center, howdy, radar contact, follow 340.
Alright, let's go ahead and bring her up to about 1,200 foot per minute.
American 871, still got the fuel by chance, about 10 o'clock and 10 mile.
Yeah, we're happy with it, American 871.
American 871, roger, turn left heading at 050, clear visual approach, runway 35 center.
Left 050, clear the visual approach, 35 center, American 871.
American 2269, turn right heading 270.
Right turn heading west, American 2269.
270, right?
Affirmative, heading west.
Yep.
Alright.
7948 Lee Mars face to the east. Memphis offline, radar services terminated for exchange for Abigail, sir.
He's about to be handing us off here as well, unfortunately. Yeah, he says Memphis is still offline. It's such a bummer.
American 871, 180 knots till 5, DME, please.
180 till 5, American 871.
Yeah, he's trying to handle all those arrivals. That's the reason why I just didn't want to
Alright, 771, turn left heading to 1.
dive in there. just yet.
771.
Delta 988, climb maintain level 300.
Climb maintain level 300 over to 988.
Got another air.
5, company traffic, 12 o'clock, 5 miles, that'll at 11,400 for 11,000. That'll be 1,000 above, higher once you're clear.
American 5, Roger.
American 2269, field safe.
American 2269, turn right heading at 320, clear visual approach runway 35.
Maintain 327, clear 35.
EFW is busy. Holy cow.
American 1076, take us all right. Sorry, American 1067, that's take us all right, that's sorry.
Okay, yeah, he's leveling 1,000 away. Or, actually, I don't know what he's doing.
Closing rate, that's all. But we're clear contact now, resuming at 1000, 1067.
Yeah, American 1067, he was supposed to level at 10. I don't know what he's doing. He's not following the departure.
Oh boy.
Yeah, for American 5, we were right at 95 and we had it set at 11 by 10. Sorry about that.
Let's see. And those of you who are wondering, if you are on VATSIM, I'll see if I can. You can actually follow.
American 2269, 180 knots or greater till 5 DME, please.
Follow our flight.
American 2269.
American 1 to set a maintain 8,000.
Let's see.
American 871, contact tower 126.55.
There we go.
12655.
You can also follow the flight there. And just
American 5, climb maintain level 360.
look up Envoy 4146 and it should be there.
29, I'm showing you level at 360. Are you want to stay there? Because I've got you followed for 34 for your final.
Let's see.
Forward Center, American 644, request level.
American 644, Houston just took the handoff. He'll have that. So.
Sounds good, thanks.
Let's see.
American 644, contact Houston 126.905. Good night.
Over to Houston Center, 2695, American 644, see you.
American 1067, to center maintain 3000.
Let's see.
And American 1067, heading 180, enable, please.
Heading 180 now, American 1067.
United 771, fly heading 170, to center maintain 8000.
170, 8,000, yeah, 771.
Let's see. Forward Center, Envoy 4146.
Over to tower, American 2269.
Sorry, I was offline there. Who called?
Fort Worth Center, Envoy 4146.
Envoy 4146, Fort Worth, go ahead.
Envoy 4146, can we get 360s? Have some issues with our FMS.
Yeah, so.
Over to tower for American 2269.
Yes, American 2269, contact the tower 126.55. How'd it go?
2265, American 2269.
American 1067, turn left, heading 090.
Let's see.
That's 090, American 1067.
You know what, I'm going to extend you. American 1067, heading 180 for now.
We'll go back to 180, American 1067.
American 1, you're next. Turn right, heading 270 to center maintain 4000.
Let's go up.
At 771, fly heading 180.
180, yeah, 771.
Let's go back up to 360. Should have been locked in there. Let's see. Let's try that again. Let's double check here.
American 1067, turn left heading 070.
Left 070, American 1067.
Let's see. Performance, cruise.
And Envoy, for some reason I don't have you on my scope, Stima. Delta 2018, descend upon discretion, maintain flight level 290.
That's weird.
Okay, descending to 290, Delta 2018.
American 1, turn right heading 320, intercept the 35 center localizer. Descend maintain 3 south.
Let's go ahead and
yeah, 320 heading down to 3 south.
get on down to 310 then.
320 down to 3 south, down from American 1.
That's correct. American 1067, continue the left turn heading 040 and intercept the 35 center localizer.
We'll get down to 310.
35 cent, American 1067.
American 1067, that's going to give you about a 2 5-mile final. Are you okay with that?
That's perfect, thank you, American 1067.
Beautiful. That's 771, you can slow, are you at 210 now?
No, we're 250.
Let's see.
Yeah. Okay, United 771, 220 knots, then descend to maintain 4,000. I'll take the speed first.
220, then down to 4, yeah, it's 771.
And American 1, you gave us 320 down to 3. You still want us to clear visual? I didn't hear that from Ethan.
Yeah, I had you intercept the loc. American 1 turn, well, you're too high now. American 1 turn left heading 230 and descend to maintain 4,000.
Oh boy, penalty vectors 230 and down to 3,000. You said?
Read that correct.
Yeah, I don't think no one's good. I don't think no one's doing good on this one. I don't think anyone's doing good on this one. We'll hold 3-1. We'll go ahead and change in the back end.
That's 771, turn right heading 290.
290, yeah, 771.
And United 771, descend to maintain 4,000 now.
Yep, we just started down to 4, yeah, 771.
Thank you.
41, 46. Yeah, it should be.
Localize established 35 center, American 1067.
American 1067, roger. And when are you going to need to start slowing the final?
About
Be good to go.
4 days, 1067.
American 1, turn left heading 180.
180, American 1.
American 1067, roger, 701, 5-mile final, is that correct?
Thanks, up.
Roger. American 1067, airport 12 o'clock, 20 miles, let me know when you get it.
We're visual now, 1067.
And they're super busy.
First 35 center, and if you can give me 210 knots to about a 10 mile final, that'd be greatly appreciated.
We could do it to 12 if that's okay, 1067.
1067.
DFW is hot. Holy
Okay,
cow.
210 till 12, thanks, American 1067, clear for visual 35 center.
United 771, turn right heading 320, intercept the 35 center local.
320, intercept 35
I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna be.
771, roger.
I think we're gonna be there by the time we
American 1, turn left heading 070.
get our clearance. Yeah, so we're at May. We'll cruise now. 310. That's fine. We got 81 knot tailwind. Ground speed is 500.
Center, Delta 9888.
538 knots.
98, 88, 4.
Yeah, we've got about 3 nautical miles to our descent. Just want to make sure we're clear to descend by the Tisdale 3 to arrival.
Yeah, I was just working on that semi one. Alright, 98, 88, descend via the Tisdale 3 arrival, Oak City landing north.
And
Rogers, Delta.
quite honestly, he's not worried about us.
3006 for the they're landing north. We'll descend by the Tisdale 3.
He's not worried
Delta
about
98,
us.
88.
American 1, turn left heading 030.
030, American 1. We have the airport in sight.
American 1, very good on that heading, intercept the 35 center localized.
Alright, on the heading, intercept 35 center localizer, American 1. We'll get it right this time.
No problem. United 771, maintain 4,000 for now.
4,000, United 771.
United 771, traffic 10 to 11 o'clock and about 6.5 miles.
I guess we'll go ahead and let everybody up.
American, let's see. American 737, forward sec.
Oh, there he is. Yep, we haven't seen yet. 771.
At 771, Roger, go ahead and search for in the final. Clear visual approach 35 center, maintain visual separation with that traffic.
Visual separation, we'll slow the final right now, yeah, 771.
American 1, clear visual approach 35 center and 180 knots or greater till 5 DME, please.
Okay, clear visual 35 center, 180 to 5 DME. We'll keep the speed up for American.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still getting the hang of this flight management system on the Embraer, so I thought we had 360 programmed in, and I saw that we had 360 programmed in, but for some reason she wanted to hold 310, so it may have been a restriction that may have, you know, buried itself in the flight plan
67, contact
somewhere, so
126.55, have a good night.
126.5, American 1067.
it'll only do what the user programmed it to do, so it may have been, you know, I'm sure it's on me, but that's fine. I'll take an L for that one.
At 771,
I mean, he just has not gotten back with us. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, look here, we're
771, he's got about 60 knots on you, so you should be fine here. If you're good with maintaining visual with them, I'll give you the approach clearance.
Oh yeah, we can do that all day, yeah, 771.
Yeah, it's 771, clear visual approach 35 center, number 3 behind the American ad, maintain visual separation.
Visual
Holy
35
cow.
center, maintain visual separation, the American in front of us, yeah, 771.
American 1, contact tower 5D and E126.55, see you later.
Over to tower, going pro. We'll talk on the way out, American 1.
Yeah, I got on way too late, man. I was way behind all this.
That's okay. You can redeem yourself on the way out.
That's what she said.
Now the way out.
So 2018, contact Houston Center 126.95. How we go?
Going on here next quarter. So, thanks to the ATC, and I'll catch you next time.
See ya. 740, that's great. American 2178, descent of house discretion, maintain level 240.
oh man, it's awesome.
Envoy 4146, I think I see why I don't see you now. You're squawking mode standby, so try mode C.
Standby one. I mean, troubleshoot equipment. 4146.
At 771, spacing looks good. Thanks for your help, sir. Contact tower.
Let's see.
No problem at all, 126.55, yeah, 771, see you later, Ethan.
See you, bud.
Oh, that makes no sense. So we're on. But it turns our TCAS off. Or am I missing something? Am I missing something? Reading the manual, that's what you're missing. Yeah, I know. I know. Oh man, let's see here. Why are you not? That is so strange. Alright, so should be on standby. Let me check VPilot. Alright.
4146, I do have your radar contact now, 65 to 80 north of the Monrovia, wire follow 310. Unfortunately, you're over in Memphis' airspace now. Switch to advisor, approved, have you go.
Alright, off to Unicom, 4146, you have a good one, sir.
Have you go.
Alright, so much for that. So much for that. It's like, oh yeah, I picked you up, but you're Memphis airspace now, and you're on your own. Good luck. We're all counting on you. That's so strange. So, okay, most aircraft for Flight Simulator play extremely well with VATSIM for what I found, like a PMDG, FS Labs, Majestic Dash 8. Trying to think of anything else I've tested. What's the other one? Aerosofts. They play very well with VATSIM, but for some reason, the Embraer does not play well with VATSIM. So no worries on that. I'll just have to make sure that Mode C is enabled on vPilot. So not a huge issue. Not a huge issue at all. So this whole time we have not had radar coverage. So perfect, perfect, perfect. So the transponder, just to kind of dive in a little bit. So the transponder is a I guess you can imagine it's like a radio beacon that's mounted on each aircraft that's IFR capable, and actually, like, it's, yes, for approved. Yeah, so that's gonna be all aircraft, because I'm thinking Mode C and all that fun stuff, but that's a whole nother wreck. But so most VFR flights, you're normally never talking to air traffic control unless you're just wanting flight following. In that case, your transponder or that beacon is squawking out 1200. So when you're being picked up by ATC's radar, then they'll see 1200. Okay, that's a VFR airplane. Or I think, for example, let's say if this is emergency and you're needing to, you don't have comms or something like that, you squawk 7700. I believe it's 7700. Mind you, this is completely off the top of my head. I haven't had to squawk an emergency transponder code ever, so knock on wood. So yeah, just something to think about there. But so yeah, the transponder is extremely important, and if you don't get anything else during a clearance, anything else, make sure you get the transponder code. Because if anything, they can at least find you. If you screw up on the routing, they can at least find you quickly, and give you vectors or whatever. Or, which happened a lot, and Memphis back in the day, and Phoenix as well, they'll have a cluster of traffic, and let's say you took off from an uncontrolled airport, and you're trying to pick up your clearance to, I don't know, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, for example. Don't ask me why I picked Muscle Shoals, but yeah, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. We'll just go with that. And they can't find you in all that mess, like if you just looking at the scope. So what you can do, they'll say, for example, Envoy 4146 squawk ident. So what you can do, you can press this ident button, which, depending on your setup, it'll either be like ident and a button or whatever, or it just depends. But you're looking for the ident button, and you'll press that, which, I mean, we're not, yeah. So you'll press that, which I think is supposed to, I don't know. On the Feelthere, like I said, I'm still learning the Embraer, so I'm assuming, but I'm clicking it and we're not getting any sort of feedback at all. So for all we know, this may not even work. But let's say if you're on VATSIM and you have your vPilot application out, you can also click ident as well on vPilot, and it accomplishes the same thing, but basically just kind of highlights your aircraft, for lack of better terms, and allows them to quickly find you in the in all the air traffic. So, but I'm surprised he didn't ask me to ident, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it's like some of these aircraft that they just don't. Because, I mean, alt on, so I mean that is altitude reporting, mode C. But for some reason he never saw us, so if I put it on standby, and I don't think you guys can see my vPilot application, but if I put it on standby, Mode C should go away, but it doesn't. So I don't think whatever connection happens on that end, it's not happening. So no worries. Just got to be mindful, and those of you who do take this thing out VATSIM flying, just be mindful that just double check your radios and make sure you're squawking with Mode C enabled. And don't be like this guy here, because yeah. Those of you who are just jumping in, welcome. Welcome to the flight. Once again, my spontaneous random schedule allowed me to stream with you guys today and hang out a little bit. And plus, I kind of wanted to try out my audio changes, just to make sure that I didn't completely screw everything up when I changed broadcasting software. So those of you who are just jumping in, we are just departed DFW and are en route. We were en route to Huntsville, Alabama. Supposed to be on VATSIM, but we just lost coverage here about, I don't know guys, what, 10-15 minutes ago. Just lost coverage, so meh, you know, it is what it is. That's, you know, it's a free service, so controllers, I mean, I was watching I think Memphis Center, they were on for most of the day, you know, so shout out to, you know, all the controllers on VATSIM for that. I mean, it's a free service, and I mean, you know, this guy just jumps in on the Fort Worth Center and just gets hammered with arrivals. Hammered. It wasn't even departures, it was all arrivals, which is going to be very interesting because I think winds were coming out of the north at 25 knots, gusting 34, which I just looked at the actual METAR report for DFW, and it was blowing just that. So I'm pretty sure it's quite interesting for the airplane spotters. Bet you they'll be interesting coming in with like an Embraer 135 or something like. Man, that's a wrestling match. It's not so bad when, let's say for example, you're landing on 3-5 left, which we all know 3-5 left is facing what, 350 degrees, right? Roughly, you know, looking at, you know, magnetic heading, right? So I mean, if we're landing straight into the wind, and let's say for example it is blowing 27-28 knots, it's not as bad as you may think. Now your ground speed is going to be trash, and of course you'll have to account for that in your V speeds, and those V speeds are speeds that your airplane needs to be at in order to ensure a safe transition from the approach phase to the landing phase. So let's say our VREF is 124 knots. Okay, if you don't add a buffer for winds, which would be VREF plus blah, if you don't do that, what will happen is 124 knots is the lowest speed at that particular point, at that particular phase of flight that you want to be at. So if we all of a sudden get encounter wind shear, or that wind goes from 28 knots to bam, you know, 28 knots to 14 knots, we just lost over 10 knots of airspeed. So that's 10 knots less of wind. Yeah, 10 knots less that's going over the wing, which could put you in a stall situation. That's why microbursts from thunderstorms are so dangerous, because all of a sudden, you know, you have this, you know, gnarly 50-60 knot headwind, and then, you know, once you pass through it, then you got a tailwind, it's gone, you've lost all that energy over the wings, and you stall. So normally you'll you know, you'll be VREF plus 5 or whatever, depending on the conditions at the airfield. And no, just something to keep in mind, especially like if I'm landing and I got a strong headwind. I'm like, okay, you know, what am I going to do if I just, you know, if I, you know, my headwind goes from 15 knots to 3 knots, you know, do I have enough airspeed to stay flying, you know, which is what we're looking for, you know, at the end of the day. So, just something to kind of keep in mind. So we're almost at the descent phase. Let's see. Still trying to get the hang of this layout here. Let's see if I can. Summary. I don't think it'll give me that yet. I don't think it'll give me that yet. Let's see, where are we? Active flight plan. Missed approach. Don't need that. Let's see. So destination 169 out. All right. Yeah, we're only like 31,000 feet, so that's not too bad. I did see Atlanta Center just jumping on, and let me double check our map. I believe we're going to be just clipping Atlanta Center. Those of you who aren't familiar with Huntsville, and as far as its spot in the air traffic system is just under Atlanta's coverage. So we'll get a little closer, and I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and tune up our radios. We'll go ahead and tune up our radios to, drum roll please, Atlanta Center at 132.975. So, which I do like this, being able to just key it in rather than, man, this is a whole crew from Atlanta's jumping on. That's awesome. Let's see, so 132.975. Let's see. There we go. And I'm just kind of looking here and seeing how far we are. We are still a good ways away. So I don't know how that will work. We'll give ourselves a little bit. Actually, let's go ahead and tune into Atlanta Center and see what's happening there. Legally, I don't even think. Let me think. Yeah, I don't even know if they can even provide services down, because the airport is Huntsville towered. Oh no, I think Huntsville Airport's a Class D airport, which if that's the case, then yes. Let me double check quick. Let's see.
Delta 1003 Atlanta, good evening. Climb and maintain 1. Correction, climb and maintain level 390.
Alright. Let's go. There we go. Let's see. Flight rule. VFR. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's a Tower Airport.
Center Delta 125, economy 13-4-14 now.
Delta 125, have the Atlanta Center, climb maintain up 350.
Yeah, that's a Tower Airport, so should be. I don't know. We'll tune in here in a little bit, and then as we get closer, probably try to give them a call and see. I mean, it's just.
Southwest 1077, contact Atlanta approach 125.7. Good day.
Roger that, 125.7. Have a good day, too.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't know if he can even provide us services because we're just so far out still. Let's see. I'm about 120 out. And Memphis Center is not on. Clearance delivery. Atlanta Tower's on, but yeah, nobody for. That's strange. Wonder how many Captain Sim 767s are up right now. I know that guy just released, so. Oh, well, let's just, we'll jump back on Unicom then, and we'll monitor Unicom until, I really need to get that darn TCAS on. And let's see, I think I can, yeah, so Mosey's on now, so. Go ahead and get ready for that descent. And we should have got air traffic at 12 o'clock. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but we have him here on our TCAS display, so we should be okay. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start a descent and go from there. Yes, the throttle jumps around quite a bit. Let's see if I do this, if that'll help. There's a control. It's a 777. I didn't even see him. Let's go below. Let's see. Kind of watching as well, see if anyone jumps on. Alright, so our approach will be double checking the weather. I believe our approach probably we planned for runway 18. Let's see, expecting 18 and weather. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Class B. It's Class C airfield, actually. Okay. Alright, yep. So, yeah, 18 will be the runway of choice. Ah, man. Yeah, let's go ahead and call them up.
Delta 125, Atlanta. Delta 8804, are you in communications with Delta 125?
No, for 8804.
Delta 388, Jacksonville Center closed, radio service terminated, brief exchange approved.
It's going to be, they've got some weather in Huntsville as well, so. Let's see. Rather not do a procedure turn. So I wonder if we can rival. See, 18 right, okay. Alright guys, so we are coming out 18,000 there. Let's see.
Delta 125, Atlanta.
Sounds like they're having issues getting hold of an aircraft.
Hey Atlanta, this is Delta 425, this 125 I want to talk to you. We are 450 north southbound to your flight level 350.
Delta 425, Atlanta Center, scoring 2023.
2023 Delta 425.
Let's see.
South 425, radar contact 44 miles north of Volunteer, maintain level 350.
350 Delta 425.
Alright, tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and bring this dude up. Bring this up to about 12,000. Let's see, 12,000. All right. Lannister, good evening. Envoy 4146 is with you, descending on flight level 130, IFR to Huntsville.
Envoy 4146, Atlanta Center, Roger. Huntsville Airport actually is under Memphis Center control, so you can monitor the advisory frequency on 122.8. Good night.
Alright. 228, 4146, have a good one, sir. Well, never mind. So the map lied to me. Let's see here. Alright, so we'll dive back over here and doop, there we go. Alright, let's go ahead and change this dude to vertical speed. And a little speed knob we were mentioning earlier, we'll go ahead and bring that over to manual and see if I can do this. And oh, can't do that. There we go. Alright, bring this over to manual and we'll bring that down to 230. And let's see, where are we at? Alright. We'll make a call when we get about 10 miles out. We'll make a call on the Unicom frequency to let them know. Our traffic know where we're at. And let's see, let's go ahead and increase this down to 140 and try to sync my heading bug up here. There we go. Alright, so we'll put this guy in heading mode. And as we pass DCU, we'll just set ourselves up for downwind into for 1-8 as we get closer to the airport. It looks as if we're really close. We're actually a little further out. Alright. And there's the rain. Let's see, we can make this down one leg. Oh. Let's see. Household traffic on Boy 4146 is let's see, about 9 to the south for a downwind for 1-8 right. Household traffic. At least let everyone know what we're doing. And definitely got some rain going on here. I don't even have the weather radar on. It's on. Yep, it's on now. So turbulence on. Alright, so the nice thing about the Embraer is since we told it that, hey, we're going to be shooting an ILS approach for runway 1 right, it goes ahead and sets up the nav radios for us, so we don't have to deal with that at least. Let's see, let's go ahead and reduce that speed a little bit. Go ahead and reduce the speed. I hate when it does that. Shallow out that descent a little bit. We got plenty of, we can drag this downwind out for as long as we need, and I don't see any traffic in the area. So speaking of traffic, Envoy 4146 is on the downwind for runway 18 right. Also traffic. Houston Center just jumped on. Man, I went the wrong way. Maybe I should have went to Abilene or something. Alright, it's like the rain gave us a bit of a break. Do need to... Alright, so yep, radios are tuned up there. VOR localizer, there we go. And auto brake is set. And there's 4,000 feet. You can see our glide slope. So what we want to do, we want to get under that glide slope. So we're going to let it come up a little bit. As it comes up, we're also going to go ahead and start walking that speed down, because we're going to be making oh, stop doing that. See, this is, yeah, this gets aggravating. There we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and reduce that down. Alright. And I have no idea the flap speeds for this thing. Was it flaps 1, 230? So we're at 220. So let's go ahead and drop flaps 1. Drop flaps 1. That'll help us bleed off some of this energy. And let's go ahead and turn that base. No idea why it's throttling up, and we're nowhere near 190. Now we're getting close to 190. Alright, I got the lights on, landing lights on. Hopefully they're in their seats by now. Alright, let's see. Alright, and we'll go ahead and, where's the approach button going? Arm our approach mode. Nav 1. Oh shoot, did it really do that? I think it did. So I guess I'm not sure why, but it switched over to another VR. Maybe because we're not officially on the approach phase yet, but let's see if we can get that thrown in there really quick. Right. Yes. All right. 109 point. I mean 109.3. 109.3. I bet you. Oh, thank goodness. All right. So let's jump on this localizer really quick. Set ourselves up for a pretty aggressive 45. Reduce that speed to 180. So I get a pretty aggressive intercept. And we totally forgot that final call. Huntsville traffic, Envoy 4146 on final runway 18 right, Huntsville. Alright, so should be. Alright, so localizer's dialed in. Alright, so we got. Picking up the localizer there. Glide slopes. We're under the glide slope, so that's a plus. Alright, so localizer's live. Hopefully this thing picks it up, and it's probably not gonna. Alright, so it's trying to chase the localizer here, so it's gonna let it swing a little bit, and hopefully she catches it. There's the glide slope, I think. Yeah, glide slope's coming alive there. Glide slope's coming alive. We'll go ahead and call flaps 2. And there's the glide slope, I guess. I don't see any indication that it's. Alright, I'm just trying to see if we're. Alright, so it's not chasing, it's not catching the glide slope, so my controls. And if I can grab it, my throttles. Alright, you're down. Which, I mean, things like this, you know, canon does happen, so, you know, it's just one of those situations that, you know, I mean, ultimately, you're the PIC, you're the pilot in the command, so you just gotta jump in there and fly the airplane, so. And I'm not even gonna bother trying to pull out that V speed calculator. We're just gonna fly it off performance here, and See what she'll give us. Alright, I'm gonna set the power for about 56 and 1. Do that. See what that'll do for us. Oh, this thing gets sloppy at low speeds. Sloppy. Alright, flaps 3. A little bit of nose up trim. Flaps 5. I got a bit of a crosswind. Keep that power in there. A little more trim. Alright, I think we got the runway inside. Yep, we got the runway inside. That flaps full. So they say with the Embraer there is a bit of a nose high attitude on approach with the Embraer, so, and it takes lots of trim. Bit of a crosswind going on. Alright, using that power to control our altitude and pitch, control our speed. We'll come down a little bit. We'll keep about 130. Seems like it's flying okay at 130.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Alright, it's about one correction out there.
40, 30, 20.
Ho ho ho.
10.
Alright, 70 knots, 60 knots. That was not ideal, but I'll take it. I mean, I don't know, maybe it was a configuration issue or something on my end, perhaps. I'm not sure, but definitely acted as if it did not want to catch the glide slope. Which, like I said, you know, maybe it was a configuration. I don't know. Something on autopilot I didn't set up or anything like that. I'm not sure. Alright, we'll make a left turn. Alright. I mean, overall, not a bad flight. I mean, you know, the thing, it performed as advertised, so I can't be upset at it. And you know, well, like I said at the beginning of, you know, the stream, this aircraft is it's quite unique in its operation. So, and Feelthere did do a pretty good job at capturing that. So it like I said, it may have been something, you know, may have been something that I missed, or I don't know. But I will say, you know, if you're coming from, I mean, even Airbus or PMDG, it has more in common with the Airbus than of course the PMDG 737 or E737 for that matter. But the avionics, I mean, I love the layout of all of the see if I can slow down. There we go. All right. But yeah, I mean, I love the layout of the avionics. I mean, everything is, you know, there and readily accessible. It's just, I mean, it really just takes just putting some stick time into it and learning all the nuances. Oh, she wants to go out into the grass. Can't do that. All right, let's see if we can find a spot here in the park. I know the brake temps are insane right now. Alright, let's see, Gulf 2. I'll take Gulf 2. My goodness. Stay straight. I'll take Gulf 2. And we will park it here. Stop. Oh, there we go. Alright, so we'll go ahead and call it good there. Let's see, parking brake set. I love this. I mean, this is awesome here. So, en route time was an hour and 21 minutes. We burned about 6,000 pounds of gas. And about 569 miles. So I think the release called for an hour and 45 minutes. We shaved 20 minutes off of that, 25 minutes off of that. So that's not bad. Not bad at all. But, you know, of course, that was due to that gnarly tailwind we had landing. And so, I mean, that's good stuff. This is a... You know, there's some things, I think there was a couple of things that they could have done to make it look like. I really wish, and this may just be because I'm old, but I wish they could have done something with the buttons, because at the default viewpoint, it's really difficult to find where stuff is, and unless you fly this thing enough to know the general locations of, you know, the nav button, heading button, and all that fun stuff, that, you know, or you can use little correlations, like maybe the heading button, I know, okay, another button's right here, or the speed knob, okay, my auto throttle right here, something like that, you know, to come up with some kind of system workaround, or system to oh, I don't want to do a pushback, no, some sort of workaround, but I don't know. If we can get a jet bridge pulled up. But, you know, it's as much as I'm not going to say, you know, this thing has a lot of problems. I mean, there are some issues with it, but I think a good bit of it is just getting in there and understanding the airplane, you know, understanding little nuances and stuff like that. So I don't want to give up on this thing, but I really wish they would do something with the optimization, because my frame rates are terrible. Terrible. I don't know what they could do, but you know, something with the frame rates. But I don't know. I digress. But anywho, guys, that is. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Like I said, it was just kind of a spare moment thing. I'm going to diligently work at coming up with a schedule that's a little easier to keep up with. I know I'm missing quite a few of you guys, so shout out to my regulars who you know, who drop in and show their support. But yeah, I'll just continue to check the page, and I'll find somewhere, Twitter. I'll try to, those of you who I think I put my Twitter on the bottom somewhere. If not, I'll make sure I drop it in here somewhere. But yeah, so yeah, definitely shout out to those who you know, show their support when they can, and like I said, hopefully the schedule will, you know, help get us together a little easier. I apologize for that. My work schedule is weird. Hopefully it's starting to kind of settle out. But till next time, guys, once again, I appreciate you guys dropping in, and stay safe out there, and we will see you later.